up, everybody? I am taking over today. What the fuck is up, Kyle? Alright. Welcome to Cinematic Analysis. Today, we are going to be watching Toy Story from 1995. 1995.
Reviewing.
Well, watching, reviewing, same fucking difference.
Sure.
Yes, it's the same thing. So, let us start with introductions. Josh, you go first.
Okay. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Cinematic Analysis Podcast. If you don't know who I am, it's your boy, the assassin, Josh Danger here. We're going to go with a blast from the past. I can't believe it's been that long since that movie's been out. The very first Toy Story, one of my favorite franchises of all Pixar movies. Grew up with these movies as a kid, and they never get old anytime you watch them. I'm excited to start with this first one that came out even a few years before I was born.
It's older than all of us.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. We all watched it a few years later, even though we were all born, whatever years we were born. I don't know, I'm saying random shit out of my mouth.
I'm not gonna lie, Josh, I thought you were gonna say it's older than Jesus Christ.
No, I would never say any religious.
Not.
No religious stuff here. No.
You said Jesus, so I'm like, oh god, here we go.
No, it's older than my dad. Okay, so
I knew you were gonna say that.
So we'll just keep it with like that. Let's get started.
All right, next up, he is our sleepyhead over here.
When's the last time he was on?
Mr. Sleepyhead? Yeah, when's the last time you were on this episode?
Jesus Christ.
Alright, anyway. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Cinematic fucking Analysis, where we're reviewing Toy Story 1. I'm excited about this movie. I've been watching this movie since I was a kid. So, let's see. We can recap this fucking movie.
Well,
calling my therapist after that.
Okay.
Alright, next up, Wyatt. You go.
Oh, I guess I don't have a little slogan or catchphrase, of course.
Well, we have let the shit show begin.
Welcome to another episode here on the most classic podcast here in all of movies, Cinematic Analysis. And we are reviewing one of my childhood favorite movies growing up, and that is Toy Story. And I'm very excited to review this movie. I don't care how old I am. Why not enjoy Toy Story? Because definitely something to look back to. Definitely, especially that it's one of the movies and one of the most magical productions, which is Disney. And it's always good to have a positive attitude reviewing a Disney movie. So I'm definitely looking forward to this, and bring it to the next person.
And lastly, we have Jason Bailey.
The last person is me. Welcome to the Cinematic Analysis, where we are going to review a movie film.
Okay,
Evan.
Okay, Evan.
Shout out to Evan.
And that movie is the first Toy Story.
Was that all?
Is that all you have?
Okay.
Yes,
well,
let's go.
You already know who I am. It's Maddie. What's up? I'm excited to review this. Watching this again was definitely a treat. And it went by a lot quicker than I remember as a kid, which is a little weird, but let's jump right into this. You know how this goes. Jason, do you have the plot pulled up?
Yes, I have it.
Okay. Jason will read off the plot, and I will go through my notes, and everyone will jump in, raise their hand, and add anything that they want to add. And then we will give our ranking. Well, we'll recommend it, and then give our ratings and close out. So.
All right, I have the plot here on the movie's Wikipedia page.
Okay.
Should I read all of it or just a paragraph?
Just sum it up.
A group of living toys who assume lifelessness around humans are preparing to move into a new house with their owner, Andy Davis, his sister Molly, and their single mother. The toys become uneasy when Andy has his birthday party a week early. To calm them, Sheriff Woody, who I assume is the main character here, Sheriff Woody here, Andy's favorite toy and their leader, sends Sarge and his Green Army men to spy on the gift opening with a baby monitor. The other...
He
Wait,
has a last name?
According,
Yeah.
I didn't know Andy's last name was
just don't.
Davis.
Yeah,
Davis.
it says on Wikipedia here. The other toys, which include Mr. Potato Head, the Slinky Dog, the
Rex.
the Tyrannosaur, the Piggy Bank, and Bo Peep, and I can't say that word, but it's a doll. Are relieved
Barbie
when
doll?
No, the Barbie
No,
doll wasn't
Barbie
in
was
that
not
one.
in that movie.
She's in the
yet.
third one.
And the second one.
Oh.
are relieved when
Oh, yeah,
Andy
that's right.
receives nothing that could replace them. Andy then receives a last-minute surprise gift, and that is Buzz Lightyear,
Chris Evans. No, I'm just kidding.
who
We
believes
will
he is
hopefully review that.
a real space ranger. Buzz impresses the other toys with his various features and becomes Andy's new favorite, making Woody jealous. And that's gonna be what I'll say.
Okay. So I do want to start out before I get into my notes. I still have the VHS tape of this. So that includes the little short in the very beginning with the baby and the toy that has the drum on it. So I watched that before I watched this because it's not connected on Disney Plus. So you have to like watch it separately. So that was definitely a significance to watching Toy Story. But let us begin. We start out with a little boy. Obviously, we know it's Andy, but we didn't know it at the time when we were little. He's playing with his toys, and we see Mr. Potato Head, Bo Peep, Woody, Slinky, like all the famous toys that were famous even before Toy Story. And then we see the baby sister absolutely wrecks Mr. Potato Head. And we see the little boy's bedroom, and he loves the West. He loves the cowboys and things like that. And immediately you notice how good the score, the music score is. I mean, with You Got a Friend in Me and classic Pixar scores. Then we see Andy taking Woody downstairs, spinning in the chair, and I just remember as a kid wanting to sit in that chair and spin in it because it looked like so much fucking fun. He has a birthday party, and as soon as he leaves the room and the toys come to life, I remember as a kid being like, the toys come to life? What? And so anytime I would leave the room now, or after, when I was like young, I'm like looking around the corners to make sure my toys aren't coming to life to like murder me or something.
Yeah.
When they start talking about I forgot what it was that they were talking about. But Mr. Potato Head calls one of the toys an uncultured swine, and I was like, this is me. I've never related to anything more than Mr. Potato Head calling someone an uncultured swine. Woody then holds a meeting. And the meeting was basically about the fact that they're moving, wanting to make sure they had a moving buddy, and that the birthday party was moved a week before his actual birthday, and they start freaking out because they think they're going to get replaced, and Woody's like, we're fine, everything's going to be fine. And just looking at Rex, I always wanted to own one as a kid so very badly, and this is why I'm glad that Funkos exist, because they actually, and I think it's in the second one, but there's a Funko of him playing the video games with the helmet on his head.
Yeah.
I want that one so bad. But that's what I love about Funko is that they make these products for things like this, and it's just so great. And just watching this movie, you could just tell with a lot of the jokes that it was not meant for children. It was meant for adults.
Oh, dang.
Like when Bo Peep and Woody were having their moment.
No.
Yeah.
And she was like, I can have someone watch the sheep. Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. Oh, whoa now, bro.
AJ, don't get too excited.
Yeah, I know. I lost my place.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, so they find out that they move in a week. They're freaking out even more. And when Slinky starts talking, and Mr. Potato Head moves, this goes back to this was not meant for kids. This is definitely meant for adults. Mr. Potato Head takes his lips off his face and moves it to his ass. That is definitely meant as a kiss. No. It's definitely meant as a kiss my ass kind of a joke. Without saying kiss my ass. So we also come to realize that Woody is definitely the leader amongst the toys. He's the sheriff and everything like that. So he sends down the tiny green army men with the radio to spy on the party and yada yada yada. But yeah, before we get into the party, if anybody wants to add anything, that is basically where we're at. Wyatt had his hand up first. Wyatt, you go.
Oh man. Yes. Is this before the party?
This is right before the party, so we're not at that yet.
Yes. As you know, we do go to the beginning. Andy is showing his love to Woody. As it goes from Mr. Potato Head being played as the bad guy, and,
Yeah.
Bo Peep and her sheep, and as Mr. Potato said, "Hey, I've got my attached dog with an electric force field, and I've got a dinosaur that eats force field dogs."
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Molly just wrecking the hell out of Mr. Potato Head, and then Andy said, "You saved the day again, Woody." Gets on, and then he literally puts Woody on the recliner. Boom! Flies up in the air. Score. And yeah, is it the meeting before the party?
Yeah. So, the last thing I said was the Green Army men go down. I haven't gotten past that yet. So.
Yes, and as they do have the staff meeting, and they are moving. Andy's mom wanted to have the party before the move.
Mm-hmm.
Because it made it a lot easier, which I don't blame that decision. They want to have the party before the move.
Yeah.
So it makes it a lot easier, and you have them have their staff meeting, and you even have that little type key saying "You're welcome."
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I know. And Woody leads the meeting, and thankfully everything will be all right.
Josh, you also had your hand up. You go next.
Yeah, so I remember this is the part that we were introduced to the characters, and Andy had his party, and and his poor little sister was just destroying the shit out of the toys. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you're a little kid. Yeah, but why?
He says 3 and up. It's on the box. 3 and up.
I'm from play school.
Play school.
But
I wasn't meant to babysit.
We get introduced to Woody. We get introduced to, Rex and everybody, and of course Andy's room, like Madi said, was, all Western. He's all into cowboys. AJ.
Mm-hmm.
I see you're.
No, you're not meant to
Toy
see.
Story IRL. AJ is Andy.
But yeah.
Toy Story IRL.
Yeah, introduced to Andy.
All right.
my
It's not
turn,
my fault. I collect toys. You all play toys too.
No, I don't.
But
Not you, Maddie, but Wyatt,
I was
Josh,
gonna
Watt,
say.
and Jason.
Wyatt's not even in the room.
It doesn't matter. Anyways,
I'm Andy now.
As I was saying, AJ, before you interrupted the moment,
my bad.
we get introduced to everybody, and yeah, and then I'm not gonna say the second part because we didn't get there yet. But yeah, this is where we get introduced to everybody, and we'll see where the story goes.
Yeah.
And I know AJ had his hand up next, and then Jason, you can go.
All right. I feel like this scene was actually pretty funny. Like they had some.
Guys, he's literally right here.
Oh
my
shit!
God! I used
Oh.
to have one too. I had Woody. I had
Do you have the hat?
I had Jesse, and I think I had Bullseye. But I had like the Toy Story stuff as a kid. I didn't have all of them. I just had some of them.
I do have Lotso somewhere as well.
Oh. Does he smell like strawberries?
He does.
I can get him later.
Okay, good.
Anyways,
my
like
friend-
I was saying,
AJ.
Oh my God.
anyways, I feel this scene was actually pretty cool. Like they had some inappropriate jokes that are not meant for children. like
Pretty much.
when
You
Mr.
love
Mr.
that.
Potatoes flipped off his ass. Like, bro, what?
He really
messed
said,
up.
"Kiss my ass."
AJ, I pulled the string. It doesn't work.
There's a snake in my boot.
Anyways, but overall, I really like the scene, like from the Toy Story, like Andy moving in like in only a week. Like what? And only a week? Are you serious? But
Mm-hmm.
anyways, but definitely a great way to start off this movie.
Mhm. Jason, you go ahead.
Yeah, so we had the party here. We get introduced to all the toys,
Mhm.
and yeah, I remember there was a lady that stepped on the.
No, we're not there yet.
Oh,
No, 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 no.
We're right before that part.
Oh, okay.
Whoa,
Dumbass.
Oh, yeah, that was an introduction scene.
Dumbass.
It's
Oh,
okay.
yeah, we're not there yet. Okay.
He didn't know. It's okay. But we're there now, so I will continue. Let me see where I was with my notes. Okay. As Jason said, that's actually where I was going to start. So thank you, Jason.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
Yes. One of the toys was stepped on, and I remember as a kid being like, "Oh my God, he's dead." They just killed a toy in a Pixar movie. Oh my God. And then watching it again, I was like, "Oh my fucking God, he fucking did." And then I lost my place again. And then we see the famous ball from the Pixar openings.
Yeah.
In the movie, and I remember wanting to own that one. So this movie is basically like wanting to own half of the fucking toys in the movie as a kid, especially that ball.
It's like you wanted a Woody, a Buzz, a Jet.
Yeah. So obviously, as we mentioned, the toys were definitely freaking out that they were going to be getting replaced.
Right.
Woody was like cool, calm, and collected. He was like, "I'm not getting replaced. I'm Andy's favorite. This, that, and the other." So, you know, they hear from
Turn
Green
off.
Army men. What?
It's just it's acting weird, so I tried to turn it off.
Oh. So they're relieved when the Green Army men say that there's no toy and that it's just, you know, bedding and I'm trying to think of what else Andy got. A lunchbox and a bunch of other stuff. You know,
The presents, they're getting bigger.
then they don't get to hear that he got another toy. And so they put the batteries back in because Rex accidentally knocked the radio over.
He got too nervous because
he got too nervous.
Get another dinosaur.
He's freaking out. So he accidentally knocks it over. They're trying to put the batteries back in. And they last minute hear that Andy's coming, so they have to move back into position, which is turning back into toys. So then we get introduced to Buzz Lightyear.
Yes.
And I noticed that as soon as we get introduced to Buzz Lightyear, and I noticed this throughout the movie quite a lot, there's a lot of references to pop culture things. So there's a lot of Star Wars references, a lot. Even within the first two movies, there's a lot. But the first one you notice is when Buzz is just looking around the room and you can hear him breathing. He's breathing like Darth Vader. And all the toys come up and they start to admire Buzz and his laser and all of his little buttons and stuff. And he truly believes that he is Buzz Lightyear and he is in space, or on another planet. And you could just see that as the toys are admiring Woody, he starts to get just a wee bit jealous, just a wee bit. And the part where Buzz says that he can fly is just like, Buzz trying to fly is like Batman trying to fly. It can't happen. It's not a thing.
It's falling with style.
Exactly. It's falling with style. Here's another reference that I was talking about. So they definitely have references to Star Wars, but I don't know if anybody else notices, they definitely have references to horror movies. A lot in this movie. Like a lot more than I thought when I was a kid.
Movie film.
So the part where Woody was saying, they'll all see. Yeah, they'll all see. I'm still Andy's favorite toy. Reminds me of the end of Psycho, where Norman Bates is in the police station and he hears his mother's voice and she's like, they'll all see. You're not even gonna hurt that fly. So that was just like, holy shit. And then this is what's weird is the timing between when the party is and then when they're moving, because it seems like it's longer than a week when we see the montage of all the space stuff getting added to Andy's room, and then within the time he's playing with Buzz, it's just like, that makes no sense to me. And throughout that time you can really see Woody starting to get really, really jealous. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the first half. The floor is open. Whoever raises their hand first. Josh, you go first. So, basically, it's from the party, and then so you know where to.
So yeah, basically we get introduced to Buzz, and you know, everyone's like, oh wow, he's so cool. He's got lasers. He's got wings. He's got a helmet. He's got buttons. Wow, he's awesome. Like everybody is in love with Buzz, and Woody is like, all right there, fella. I'm the popular toy here. What did you do to come in here? So he knew already, kind of like, he's gonna be replaced. He knew. Like, he instantly knew, because everyone's like, oh wow, Buzz has this, that. He has lasers, he has wings, he has a helmet, he could fly across the room. So, like, they realize Buzz is so cool because he has all these gadgets, and Woody's just the toy that goes,
he just has a string. Just the string.
Yeah. He's just the toy that has a string, and he goes, I'm Sheriff Woody. There's a snake in my boot.
Somebody poisoned the water hole.
And then Woody's getting mad. He's like, all right there, fella. You're trying to replace me. And he's like, whoa, he's like, whoa. Like, he tried to be all friendly with Woody. And, but, Woody didn't take that, apparently. So, yeah. Buzz is my friend.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, Woody was also trying in the very beginning to be friendly with him, but then Buzz was just like too fucking cool, and he literally thought that he was the actual Buzz Lightyear. Yeah. And Woody's over here trying to fucking humble him, like, and he goes, bitch, you're a toy. Toy.
Wow, you're a sad, strange little man.
Yeah, I know. All right, whoever has their hand up next can go. Oh, AJ had to stand up before I even finished the sentence.
Damn.
Anyway.
God, AJ.
Yeah, what?
You had your hand up before I even finished the sentence.
Oh, shit. Anyways, Like, this is the part where we introduced Buzz, and like everyone was impressed what he does, and Woody started to be a little bit jealous of Buzz, and that part, like when and like I feel like that part, like when like Andy's trying to move in, like it feels like it's only been 2 weeks, isn't it?
It feels definitely like, at least from the time frame from the party to moving in, it definitely feels like it's like a month's worth.
Oh God, yeah.
Because
they
like,
absolutely lied about the week stuff.
yeah, because like if you think about it, like it doesn't feel realistic. That's the thing, and I get it's a fucking kids movie. I get that.
Yeah.
But like realistically, if you think about it, it makes no sense. Because
Exactly.
how do you go from like that to that within a week?
Was this like a scene, like where the part that Woody like was saying like, "Look, Buzz, there's an alien." Like, is that?
No,
Yeah,
not
that's
yet.
the meme. That
Not
is the
yet.
meme.
Oh, not yet. Damn.
No, yeah. I'll let you know
That's
when
a
we get
meme.
there.
Oh.
Okay, but yeah, but overall, this scene was cool. It's a good scene, but there's some one thing that really made sense. But overall, the scene was really good, and yeah.
All right, we'll go Wyatt, and then Jason, if you had anything, you go after Wyatt.
Okay.
All right.
Like, okay, so here's what I've got to say about this movie. We're not on Sid yet, right?
No, not yet. That's
No
the
Sid,
second
okay.
half.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, Buzz Lightyear gets introduced to us in a good way. You know, Buzz Lightyear says his spaceship crashed, and everyone, gets all and feels inspired with. Buzz feels inspired by all of the toy. All the tires things are getting inspired by Buzz.
Mm-hmm.
So, the toys are getting ready to just get to know him and all. And, Woody gets jealous because, he's not the main center of attention anymore because, Andy is getting more attracted to Buzz. Like, I don't think he was really replacing him. Like, it's more like when you get, it's like getting another game console instead of another one, right?
Yeah.
It's sort of the same thing. Like, let's just say you got an Xbox and then you get a new PlayStation. You're going to get used to the PlayStation, but the Xbox will always have something in your heart.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, same with Woody and Buzz. I'm sure Andy loves Woody and all. It's just Andy is getting too obsessed with Buzz at this point.
Yeah.
And, everyone is starting to get to know Buzz and all. And, Woody got a little annoyed. And I think Woody was kind of taking it the wrong way.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. And, and of course, back at the party, Andy's friends come up all upstairs, and one of the toys, one of the sergeants gets stepped on, of course, and I can't make it.
He's all bent up and broken.
Yeah, goes in the trash. But it's kind of weird how they have that walkie-talkie thing, and of course, Mr. Potato Head can't put doesn't know how to place batteries. No matter, like, waiting for Andy's present, he was like, Mrs. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head. I can dream, can I? But, yeah, it was definitely, what should I say? Definitely a pretty good,
movie film.
Okay, Evan.
Pretty good part to the story, but all I'm going to say is, Andy switches from Woody bed sheets to Buzz bed sheets. It doesn't make sense when you're changing your bed sheets a week before you move to your new house.
Literally.
Exactly.
Do that. There's no
change
point.
your bed sheet when you're literally moving a week.
He literally went from Western to space, like
Within like a day.
Western.
So
How does that
stupid.
make sense?
That
Space
doesn't make
Western.
sense.
that would
That's
be me
that's
changing my
my
bed sheets to
question.
Mario to fucking wrestling.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right, Jason, you go ahead.
Yeah, you all pretty much summed it up, but yeah, that's pretty much the part where we get introduced to Buzz Lightyear, who believes like he's in space and all that, and yeah, I remember the part where the toys got stepped on.
Yep.
Ooh.
And yeah, we're always think that, oh, they're dead. Yeah, but yeah, that's all I got.
All right. So now we are on the second part of the film. All right.
Movie film.
So we see a little montage of, the toys getting to know Buzz a little more, and Woody increasingly growing with jealousy. And then we see that Buzz now has Andy's name on his foot, just like Woody, which that puts fucking Woody into like this fucking rage. And
Yes.
he puts his foot down and is like, "You are a toy."
Wow, that strange
little
little man.
man.
I
Yep.
think you meant Space Ranger.
Yeah. So then, as they're having it out, well, more so Woody's having it out. They see that Sid, the evil little boy neighbor,
The evil little shit.
fucking comes home early from summer camp, probably because he was kicked out.
He was kicked out.
And they
This is
start
an aggressive
freaking out.
shithead.
And Woody's like, why? Like, he's confused as to why they're freaking out. And Sid is the evil little boy that destroys toys.
He put a baby on a spider body. He put
That
a
was
baby.
terrifying. And I just felt bad for that poor dog that it had to be fucking trained the way that it was by Sid. Because it's like, I just feel bad for dogs, okay? I cried at Cujo. I love dogs.
Oh yeah, the dog.
But yeah, again, like I said, it definitely feels longer than a week within the time frame. And then the day, or was it 2 days? No. It must have been like 2 days before they moved. Or like a day or whatever. But they go to Pizza Planet. Andy, his mom, and his sister go to Pizza Planet. And we see them leave, but then we see that Woody is planning something like fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So we see that Woody asks if Andy is gonna take him with him to Pizza Planet, and the Magic 8-Ball said no. Basically, it said no. And then we see that he starts to plan something, and he's like doing something, and then all of a sudden Andy's globe comes off the thing. And I feel like that's definitely like an Indiana Jones reference with the big boulder and how it's like rolling down. I definitely think that that's a reference to that.
Yeah.
And when Buzz goes out the window, I don't know if anyone notices, but I definitely did. When you hear the scream from Buzz, that is a Star Wars scream. That is a scream that they used in Star Wars.
Star Wars.
I think it's
Film?
from the original trilogy, but it was definitely from Star Wars. So again, there's another Star Wars reference. And
Dope.
then we see the toys come together and basically gang up on fucking Woody because he's an idiot and fucking forgot that the car was alive. As if he wasn't gonna rat him out. Like, you dumbass.
Too stupid.
Too stupid.
How much? Okay. So again, this movie is definitely meant for adults compared to kids. Because
Pretty much.
when they had the noose on the Etch-a-Sketch, I was like, Jesus Christ! I didn't know what that was as a kid, but looking at it now, I'm like, oh my god, fuck! They wanted to kill Woody. Oh my god.
They were aggressive toys.
So Woody does end up going with Andy, and I'm gonna leave it at that before we head into the next half of the second half. Jason, you go first. If you have anything you want to add.
We're on the third part?
No, we're on the second part. we're right before. So where I stopped was when Woody goes with Andy. We're not past that, so we're not at Pizza Planet. We're not. I stopped there. So if anyone
So we
wants
get introduced to the dog, right? In this part.
Sid and the dog, yes.
Oh well, yeah. That's pretty much introduction scene for Sid and the dog. So I think they did well in introducing us to them. So I'll give them credit for that.
Wyatt, do you have anything you
So
want
we're
to add?
talking about. We're starting off with like when Sid was in the backyard.
Yep.
So Sid's in the backside and Slinky's under that saying. Oh, Aster, Woody said, Buzz is like, "Oh, you're mocking me, aren't you?" "Oh, no. Buzz, look at alien. Where?"
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, I love that, bro. I love that meme.
I thought he was
That's
kicked
a
out from
meme
summer
now.
camp. I thought he was kicked out from summer camp. I think it was like kicked out earlier this year. Oh. Oh man! Wait. See, as Buzz looks through the binoculars, the blue binoculars, he says, "Oh, I see a sergeant's getting ready to blow up. Who's Sid?" He's like, "Woo, woo, woo, woo." "No, that's Scud, you idiot. This is Sid." He's like, "He damages toys just for fun." And I'm gonna tell you, y'all can hate me, but I think Sid is my favorite character on Toy Story.
Oh my god.
Just
Oh wow.
how dumb he is.
That's true.
That's
Also,
true.
I want to point out
Pretty entertaining.
that the voice for the binoculars just threw me off. You would think that the voice wouldn't be as deep as it is. You would think that with the binoculars looking the way that they are, that the voice would be like a higher pitched. So it's like a little weird, but
Yeah, like
and then here they go the night before. But this is before Pizza Planet, right?
where I've stopped was when Andy comes back upstairs and grabs Woody. After that, I stopped.
Okay, here we go. On their way to Pizza Planet, here comes. They go upstairs. Andy gets up. As there he goes. As Woody and Buzz get into an argument, as Andy is playing with Buzz and Woody, they're upstairs, and then Andy's like, "Hey, can I bring my toys with me to Pizza Planet?" And then his mom's like, one toy. Woody and Buzz, and Woody's like, "Will Andy pick me? Don't count on it." And then the ball rolls, and then Buzz is by the corner, ball rolls, and then all the thumbtacks land there. Woody drives the car around, and of course and I think that's when the lamp knocks Bugs off of the house.
Yep.
And then Andy comes up searching for Buzz, can't find him, grabs Woody, and then, as all the toys take it the wrong way. Now the toys take it all the wrong way because of Woody's jealousy, even though it was an accident when Buzz got knocked over.
Yeah.
Like, Woody didn't want to get Buzz knocked over the house, but
He just wanted him to get stuck down the crack.
Yeah. So that way he couldn't find him. But
Yep.
Toys are alive.
AJ, I know you wanted to talk about that one scene. Buzz, look at alien.
You like Sid?
Yeah.
Go ahead. You go do that.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. My dad just didn't on me, but okay. Anyways, this part I really liked because like there was like one part that actually was funny, like when Buzz was like, "You're mocking me, aren't you?" And then Woody was like, "Oh no, Buzz, look at an alien!" And then like,
where?
And then just that just made me laugh, bro. Like that's that. And actually, that's actually a meme nowadays. Like, if you didn't know that, there's like a bunch of memes. Like
there's so many memes that came from that. So many memes.
One of my high school friends actually sent that to a group chat of mine, and like there was a guy that was like,
there was a guy smacking his wiener.
Yeah.
Whoa now.
What?
Whoa now.
Yeah.
He was
Anyway.
smacking his ding dong.
Okay, Josh.
Okay, moving on.
But anyways, this scene was cool, but it also introduces like the bully Sid. Yeah, I kind of didn't like that character, to be honest, because there's no reason why to get a bully in there. Like, why would you have a bully in that movie, even though it's a kids show?
The Pixar movie, there's
Dude,
always a
it's
bad
life.
guy.
AJ, it's life. AJ, Sid's actually a pretty good character in the movie. And fun fact, did you know that Sid was actually on Toy Story 3?
No.
Yeah, he was in
He
Toy
was.
Story 3. He was the
He
garbage
was.
man.
He was the garbage boy. But
Damn, bro.
Sid must have had some issues because he went pew 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 pew.
I mean, if you really think about it, Sid's character is pretty much like all the fucking creepy kids, like that your parents told you to stay away from because they had like massive like serial killer vibes. So like that definitely is what came to my mind when watching this again as an adult. He definitely gave off really traumatized child vibes.
How old
But
do you
yeah.
think Sid is?
I want to say maybe like 12,
12?
11,
No,
12, something like
no,
that.
I feel like
I think
it's like
13,
10 or
14.
11.
No, I definitely think he's like, I'm going to Google that. Give me 1 minute. I'm actually going to look that up.
I looked it up. He was 11.
Ah,
11.
it was close. I was
11.
right. 11 or 12. I was fucking right. All right. Josh, do you have anything you want to add?
Pretty much like, we get to go see them go to Pizza Planet, and then we meet our friends.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet, bro.
Ah, fuck.
We're
Well,
before that. God damn it, Josh.
America, right?
well,
No.
when it came to Pizza Planet, my only thought was, but
Okay.
Okay.
but
All right.
honestly, him deciding on one toy to bring with him to Pizza Planet was kind of,
Looks like it'd be 1 second.
it's kind of
Josh,
like a
you keep
classic
going.
mother thing, Oh, you can only bring one toy with you. I'm like, so it was kind of hard for him. I kind of see where that came from because I was in the same situation when I was a kid. Whenever I would go to somewhere, when I was younger, I would bring like one of my toys with me because every little kid does that. So it would be, my mom would say, "Oh, like you could bring one toy with you," but with me, it wasn't easy. I would bring both of them with me because, that's just being a spoiled brat. But in this movie,
Oh yeah, that's relatable.
Andy's not like Caillou, Josh.
no.
What? What does Caillou have to do with anything? What?
He's a spoiled brat.
Are we a Caillou hate channel now? What is happening?
Yes.
AJ hates it. Jason hates it. Josh hates it.
God, do you hate it, Wyatt?
Probably so.
For sure, we all
But
do.
anyway.
Moment of silence. Probably.
But anyway, I felt like in Andy's shoes was like, oh, he can't decide which one to pick because then, and then Woody wants to be the favorite again, so he chose Woody. So I kind of see where he was coming from. He's like, oh, I can't choose which toy I want to bring with me to Pizza Planet. Who should I bring?
Yeah. I mean, it seemed like he had already made a decision. Because he had said Buzz.
Favorite.
So,
it's pretty much a battle of which toy's the favorite.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, because literally the kid went from having a Western-themed bedroom to a Space Ranger bedroom.
Hey, Wyatt, you want to do me a favor? Can you Google if Andy had ADHD? Because I kind of have a theory as someone that does have ADHD.
Whoa now.
Whoa.
This isn't like a dig, I promise. But people with ADHD, myself included, this is one of them, tend to hyperfixate on things. And if you don't know what hyperfixate means, it basically means where you find something that you enjoy. So like me is with Funko Pops, you spend every living, waking moment obsessing over it, wanting everything of it, like knowledge, toys, everything. So
me
like
with Minecraft.
exactly, like looking at Andy's room how it so quickly changed.
Look at my room, look at AJ's room, look at Wyatt's room.
Look at my, yeah, exactly. You see what I mean?
Me with
It
wrestling.
doesn't say we should. I don't know about getting too into that, but maybe.
Well, it's just something that I thought of, so I didn't know. But it definitely would make more sense with the timeline thing that we had all thought about. So
yeah, because the kid went from having a cowboy themed room, then once Buzz came along, he went from into space.
exactly, so fucking quickly, and that's what I mean. But yeah, let's continue on.
This is the part where we meet.
Yes, this is the part. Okay. So we see Andy comes back up to get Woody, and they go in the car, and Buzz ends up chasing after the car. And the toys, Andy's toys, end up trying to save Buzz, but he's not there. Also, I just want to know, why the fuck was the baby in the front seat? The babies are not supposed to sit in the front fucking seat. That's like
I've
against
noticed
the
that
law.
for 12 years now.
That's against the law, I'm pretty sure. Like, fucking, if anything,
Maybe
Andy should have been in the front.
Back in the day.
It was definitely the law back in the day. Back in 95, it was definitely the law. But yeah, so we get to a gas station. And we see that Buzz gets back in the car. And Woody is only glad that Buzz is alive to save his own ass. That is the only reason he's glad that he's alive. And he even says it. So then they start to fight because Buzz gets so pissed off at Woody for what he did. And they end up falling out of the car, and Andy ends up leaving without them. So they're stuck at this gas station. And then Woody starts to freak out because he is a quote-unquote lost toy, which is kind of ironic because of how the later movies play out. I won't say how it is, because in case there are people watching this that haven't seen it, or even anyone in this call that hasn't seen Toy Story 4, but, I lost where I was. Oh, yeah. So Woody finally, he literally yells at Buzz again about the toy thing, that you're a toy, and Buzz still does not fucking believe him. So then Woody sees the Pizza Planet car for the delivery, and he somehow convinces Buzz to get in the car, and he gets up in the passenger seat, he buckles himself in, and he's like all content just sitting there, and it was fucking funny as shit. And then they they make it to Pizza Planet, and I don't know if anyone here has seen the movie Alien or any of the Aliens movies.
Yeah, I think I have.
Or if you even just know the scene in Alien where the alien comes out of the guy's chest. If you at least know that, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Okay, so the scene with where they're at the arcade part of Pizza Planet and you see the whacking alien, I feel like it's definitely a nod towards that scene in Alien, which again, another horror movie reference. So Buzz and Woody get to a good spot, and Woody sees Andy. But of course, Buzz gets fucking distracted and finds the spaceship with the aliens in it. The claw.
The claw.
So they don't get to Andy because Buzz got distracted and Andy has to save him. And guess who ends up being at fucking Pizza Planet? Sid.
Thankfully, Sid.
Fucking Sid. So Woody finds a way out because they get stuck in the claw machine, and they have to turn back to toys. And Sid gets one of the aliens, obviously for his dog, and then he sees Buzz, and so he tries to get Buzz as a toy to obviously blow him up. and he gets him, but he's like trying to grab him, and it doesn't work because Woody grabs him by the feet and is trying to pull him out, because he finds the door in the back, and then I lost my place. But then the fucking aliens stop him, and they're like, "He's the chosen one. He's been chosen. Let him leave."
The chosen one.
So then he like grabs. He's got his hands on his fucking feet, and Sid gets the both of them. And so they don't get to Andy. They go to Sid. And to end the second half, or the second part of the film, we end up going to Sid's house.
Oh no.
So,
Oh boy.
who wants to start the conversation first? Wyatt, you go first. I saw your hand.
Yes. Oh wow. Definitely a scene right here. You know, Woody and Buzz get in the car, and you know, here as they make it to the gas station, and Andy asks his mom if he could pump the gas, and he did, and then Woody finds Buzz, and you know, Woody tries to get Buzz in the car, and Buzz decides to just ignore him, and then and here comes they go on the Pizza Planet. Woody says, "I'm a lost toy." Here comes the giant tractor trailer, almost runs over Woody. They are at the gas station. Then they see the Pizza Planet truck, and then Woody's like, "Pizza Planet, Andy, come on, Buzz, go away. I found a spaceship." Here they go. They go inside, and you know, Woody's like, "Buzz, get into the back of the car, get in the back of the truck." And then Buzz wants to be a chicken and just sit in the back with buckle his seatbelt, because it looks like Buzz is an actual human if he does that. If he's not a toy, he must be a space ranger, must be buckling his seatbelt. And then Woody's in the back, and then there they go, drive off. There's an empty cup and an empty hamburger box, and then Woody gets smashed with a giant briefcase in the back, because literally the Pizza Planet truck is in a hurry, and dang, he was speeding. I'm surprised the cop never pulled him over. And here they go to Pizza Planet, as he says, as you can see the cool sign there saying, "You are welcome to enter. Welcome to Pizza Planet." And here they go walking in with the Woody having the cup over his head and Buzz having the hamburger box over his head. They find Andy, they spy him, they go through the arcade games, and here they go. They see the spaceship. Bugs is distracted, and Woody's like, "In the count of three, we're gonna jump inside the stroller. Ready? 1, 2. Buzz, what are you doing?" Buzz gets jumps in there, and then here comes Buzz going through and says, and the alien's like, "As a stranger from the outside." Oh, boy. I am Buzz Lightyear. Come in. Oh, yeah. Who am I? Oh, wait. Who's in charge here? The Claw. Shine. And then Woody climbs in there, too. They climb and hide. And, of course, Sid's on the whack-a-mole doing this.
Oh.
Oh, hold on, guys. Yeah, and of course you see what's his face. You have freaking Sid on the whack-a-mole doing this. Bam,
oh God.
Bam, bam, standing on the damn game. Surprised they never kicked him out. And then of course Sid goes inside the claw, and then you know, he gets the alien, of course, for Scud, who's literally the most aggressive dog I've ever seen in my entire life. And then, of course, Sid ends seeing a Buzz Lightyear. No way! Oh wow, double prizes! Let's go home and play.
He sounds.
That's something Chucky would say, by the way.
Let's
go home and play.
Yeah, Sid got double prizes. He's a lucky bastard. But that's a good sign that they made it to Sid's, because that was going to get them away home.
Yeah, exactly.
Luckily, they did go to Sid's instead of someone else's house.
Mm-hmm. If anybody else wants to add anything, raise your hand. Josh.
Yes. So this is where we get introduced to our friends. We get introduced to the aliens. Now, they're one of the most iconic characters because obviously of that one specific noise.
But classic scene.
But yeah, this is where we meet the aliens, and then this is where we see that toy destroyer in the pizza planet, and then he wins the Buzz Lightyear and one of the aliens for his aggressive animal friend, his dog. So his dog can destroy it to shit. And
dog's a shithead.
And then he gets both Woody and Buzz, but they don't go home to their owner's house. They go home to the toy destroyer's house, Sid, where they're gonna hopefully, they do not get destroyed by the end of the night. The end.
Okay, AJ, I know you had your hand up.
Yeah. Oh man. I feel like that one was cool, a great scene. When Sid won the prizes when Woody and Buzz, and then they took them to the toy destroyer house. Yeah, I was kind of mad about that, but I know it's a bully and all that stuff. And plus, it's not even his toy, so
right.
And also, we got introduced to the alien. Ooh.
That's what they're known for.
Yeah, I was so hyped. I was like, wow, the aliens are actually cool. Not gonna lie, and yeah, and I really enjoyed the scene though overall.
Jason, did you have anything you wanted to say about the scene before I continue?
That was a pretty entertaining scene where we get introduced to the aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty classic one because of the sound.
Oh my god. The claw.
Sid does not know how to play with toys. Seems like.
No, he plays with toys just in his own way.
Yeah,
Yep.
but by destroying them.
Yeah, exactly.
And
All right.
Horror toys.
That's
Sid
it.
must have had a rough life.
No, his 12 years, yes.
Yeah.
I definitely can agree with that. All right.
You
Now
must
we
have
are
been
on the third half of the film. I don't know why I have an accent now, but I do. Anyways.
Okay.
How many halves do we have?
Greetings. I am Buzz Lightyear. I come in peace.
Oh my god, that's terrifying. All right.
Oh.
I'm moving on now, Josh. All right. Here we go. So they end up going to Sid's house, as we said at the end of the second half. So Sid immediately gives the alien toy to Scud. And he ends up taking his little sister's toy and he starts to act like a surgeon. Which you hear Buzz say, I don't think this kid has ever gone to medical school. I'm like, no shit, Buzz. No fucking shit.
No shit.
This kid is
Sid was
like,
definitely in the ILC.
you fucking watch this and you're like, Sid's really fucked up. God damn. Jesus Christ. And honestly, Toy Story could 100% pass as a horror film. Like 100% pass as a horror movie. It was like, especially in like Sid's room, just that scene alone. Like you change like the filter of the film and add different effects, it would totally pass off as a horror movie, and I love it. So Sid's toys come out after he tries to give Hannah back her toy, and he ends up putting a shark head on her doll. And so Sid's toys come out and take the toy. And we don't know what happens after that. We just know that they come out and they freak the fuck out of Buzz and Woody. And so they go back in the backpack and hide for the rest of the night. And then, okay, I found where I was. Andy's toys are still obviously looking for Buzz, but then they hear that Woody is gone now too, and they're like, what? Even though he's like literally right next door to them.
Both people acted like she was the only one who cared.
Yeah, pretty much. She was like the only one that cared about Woody, at this point. So then they go to sleep. It's the next morning, and we see Woody is getting burnt with a magnifying glass and the sun. And so then he has this little mark right on his forehead. And then we see the door open, and this is probably my favorite part of the fucking movie. We see the carpet in Sid's house, and it is the carpet for The Shining. And anyone who knows me, you can actually look right here. All of my Funko, well, I don't have all the Funkos for the movie, but I love The Shining. I also own the book along with Dr. Sleep, and I own the 2 movies. So this detail made me very fucking happy. I lost where I was again, son of a bit. Oh, okay. So they try to escape, but they see the dog. They see Scud, but he's asleep. So they think that they can escape. But Woody's loop to his string gets stuck on the banister, and it pulls and it makes a noise and it wakes the dog up.
Fuck.
So they split up. Woody goes in a closet and Buzz goes in another room, and there's a person in there sleeping, but the TV's on. And this is when Buzz finally learns that he is a toy and that he is not the real Buzz Lightyear. And then I just wanted to point out, I don't know if anybody else notices, but the little boy in the commercial sounded exactly like Andy. Exactly like Andy.
Exactly. The person probably who voiced it did it as well.
Probably.
I thought when he said calling Buzz Lightyear, I thought he said Molly Buzz Lightyear.
Molly Buzz Lightyear.
Well, that's Andy's little
Molly
sister's name, so that
friend.
makes sense. But yeah. And then Buzz walks out of the room, and he looks like he's having a fucking midlife crisis. And you can't help but feel bad for him.
Right.
And then Buzz sees the window open, and he tries to fly. He really believes that he can fly, and he wanted to try it again. And then he falls on the ground. And when he fell on the ground, you know what that scene reminded me of?
What?
If anyone here has seen Captain America, the first Avenger, the very first Captain America movie, it reminds me of when Bucky fell from the train. He loses his arm and everything like Bucky. You can't tell me that's not the same scene. So it
That's
definitely
why
reminded
Bucky
me of
had
that.
the metal arm, people.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Hannah takes Buzz. She sees him on the ground. She takes Buzz, and she puts an apron on him and puts a little hat on him, still missing his arm. And he has a tea party with her.
Oh dear God.
And she has headless
man.
dolls. Just all headless. She is definitely just as fucked up as Sid. 100%. Like, she's playing with headless toys. And then she leaves the room because Woody disguises himself as her mom. And so she leaves, and he goes in the room with Buzz, and he is drunk as shit. And he's like, that's enough tea for you. No more.
Something must have been put in that tea, because whatever happened, it effed up Buzz's brain. Something must have been put in that tea. If you
Yeah,
were in that house.
exactly. That's
And
what I mean. Another thing too, this movie was meant for adults. This was not meant for fucking kids.
It's not a kids movie.
As a kid, I was like, oh, he's just lost his mind. No, he's drunk as shit.
Whoever thought that there would be a duck with a human body with a springboard, or a fishing rod with legs.
Them legs were nice though. What are you talking about?
Sexy legs.
Sexy legs.
I lick those legs.
Wyatt,
Wyatt, what the fuck?
Hi, TikTok.
I lick them legs.
stop TikTok.
We just need to make an edit of Wyatt and the legs and the George Michael song. Do 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 do.
Do it, Julian. Hi, buddy.
I'll no, not that one, AJ. Careless Whisper.
I mean, them legs look
AJ,
better than Barbie doll
here.
legs.
You're ruining that.
I mean, yeah, because they're more realistic. All right, moving on. Wyatt and his love of the legs. All right. Oh my God. We cut back to Andy's toys. They are playing Strip Battleship
Ew.
because
Battleship's a fun game.
it is, but they were playing the stripper version because
What's
Mr.
that?
Potato Head, you know, like strip poker.
Oh
No,
jeez.
You have win.
Okay, so when you lose, you take off a piece of clothing. So in this case,
Yes, that's what
in
the
this
win
case,
does.
they were playing
Take off their
Battleship.
bra and panties.
Let me look it up. Poker.
Whoa, now, Josh.
That's
Whoa,
what,
So,
Josh.
so in this
Basically.
case, why it would be whenever one of them lost, they would take something off, and obviously Mr. Potato Head kept losing because he had to take a part of his body off. He already lost his
Whoa.
hat. Why?
Yes, the
Are you
point of
really
the
looking up
toy-
strip poker?
I
yes,
am.
the
It's
point
weird.
of the toy is
But how is Rex gonna strip? He's a freaking dinosaur.
Exactly. That's why Mr. Potato Head
Good
sucked
point.
at Battleship.
Because you can take the parts off of the toy.
Exactly. Let me see where it was. Okay. So this is where I will stop and the floor will be open until we get to the rest of
Was
that.
it Ham or Rex that played with Mr. Potato
I
Head?
think it was
Ham.
Hammy. Yeah.
Then how is Ham gonna take his clothes off? Cause he's a pig.
He's got the plug though.
Well,
The
that
plug on
doesn't-
his
now.
belly.
Here's the thing.
All you got is the cork.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. And in the other movies, not to get off topic, but why in the other movies was Ham not in it?
He was in them.
I mean, no, he wasn't in the fucking last movie. I don't remember.
I don't remember. He had to have been.
Yeah.
He had to have been in the fourth movie. Okay, so they find out that Andy. They find out that Woody is literally across from them in Sid's house. But they think that he fucking killed a Buzz.
Freaky ass American people.
And Buzz is like severely depressed. He just found out that he's a fucking toy. He's not actually Buzz Lightyear. And Buzz, this is another
Why would
huge
there be
fucking
such
meme
thing?
from this movie. And I think it's obviously thanks to TikTok because it's all over TikTok.
TikTok.
It's the scene where Woody's like, Buzz, can you give me a hand? And he literally throws his fucking arm at Buzz. And Woody's like, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. You're not helping. This is serious. So that's like a huge fucking meme on TikTok right now. So they're you know, I'm gonna leave the floor open before I continue on because there's not really much
You're
left.
gonna like give everyone an opportunity to
Yeah.
To give their
Before I continue
thoughts
on.
the part.
Yeah. So I finished off where Woody is basically trying to convince the toys that Buzz is with them. That's
Yeah.
where I ended off. So anything after that, don't mention. So, Jason, how about you go first?
So, not really much to say here, but I can't wait to get to that next part.
Okay. AJ.
Oh, yeah, man. I like Oh wait, I forgot now. But
And how are you already in bed?
Okay, AJ's gonna fucking fall asleep. Josh,
no,
you
no,
go.
no. Yeah, wait. Go.
God.
Why go next, please? I
Josh, go
cannot
ahead.
think straight.
Because
Josh,
you're in bed.
go ahead.
Alright.
I'm good.
So, I know, like, Buzz felt super awkward when he saw a commercial for the Buzz Lightyear action figure. He's like, damn, I'm not the real Space Ranger? Fuck! I'm a toy? Damn it! He must have felt like, oh man, why am I acting this way? So, poor Buzz loses his arm. And fucking Buzz is shot. Something must have been put on that tea to make him drunk and say random shit. And fucking, Woody's disguised as his mother or as her mother, their mother, who knows. But
What did you say about the arm?
Where
He lost his arm?
Oh no.
Whoa,
He
now.
lost his arm.
It's Bucky Barnes, aka
From-
Buzz Lightyear.
It's not Tim Allen.
How do you know?
Because they don't look the same.
How do you know?
Jesus Christ, Josh.
But I thought it was funny how Woody disguised himself as their mom, and she literally, stupid as anything, freaking kid, freaking didn't know. She's like, oh, she must have thought, oh, fucking, oh, my mom's calling me. Let me see what she has, But honestly, I enjoyed the scene. It was a interesting one.
Pretty entertaining.
All right.
And Maddie
I
took
got
okay.
I have a special guest.
I got my thoughts now.
Okay, AJ, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Better not fall
Yeah,
asleep.
man. This was like the part when like Sid and like came out like drunk, and then like one of his sister like had a tea party, and like the characters like yeah, it was kind of weird because like it was a weird tea party because you're basically having a tea party with headless toys. That's really sad, man. Anyways, yeah, man.
They were naked.
Oh my fucking god, Josh.
The toys weren't naked, Josh. They were just headless.
Yeah.
Not all of them were headless.
The only one that wasn't headless was Buzz.
But anyways, man, I just
Bucky
I
wasn't
just found that
headless.
creepy. I found that creepy a little bit, but yeah, man. But overall, the scene's really good.
All right, and Wyatt, go ahead.
Oh wow, definitely a weird part. I'm gonna tell you, as we go to Sid's house, as Sid's like, and here comes, he's like, Sid, good boy, ready, set, go. Hannah! Hey, Hannah! What? Did I get my package in the mail? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I don't know. Look, Hannah! Look, Janie! She's sick! No, she's not! Dad! And I got pliers! Don't you got it! And Sid literally had a COVID mask over his head because Sid knew he had, if you're in the hospital, you gotta put a mask on. Sid was wearing his mask in 1995 when the COVID outbreak happened. Sid was ready. And once he brings out, has a dinosaur head on him. Janie's all better now. Janie's all better. And there we go. The next morning, of course, they find out Woody's gone. And the next morning we get to Sid has like the magnifying glass on Woody's head and then I don't know how Woody's forehead would almost burn.
Because he's plastic, and with the heat from the sun, because the reflection of the sun to the magnifying glass adds heat. And obviously, since he's made of plastic, it's gonna heat up.
Yes, and then Woody puts his head in a cereal bowl with Apple Jacks.
That looked more like Fruit Loops.
No, it looked more like Apple Jacks, in my opinion. It always felt that way.
They're definitely both the same cereal, so I could definitely see why you thought that.
Of course, Scud falls asleep down the stairway because you see all these creepy toys. You have the sexy legs and the fishing rod. You have the baby head, the baby with one eye and the other one popped out, effed up, dead hair with a metal spider body. You have the duck with that looks freaking jacked. You have what else? You have a freaking Jack in the Box with a freaking zombie hand in it. You have.
I would love to own that, by the way.
You have a skateboard with a human's top body part on there with no legs. A human with a skateboard body. You have the only toy that's not effed up is that wind up frog that rolls.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a normal toy.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
And then Buzz, of course, jumps over the stairway and falls because he knew he could only fall with style. Broken arm. Hannah picks up Buzz, has a tea party. She must have put something in that tea the way Buzz was acting. I don't know if that was beer or was it alcohol, something that Buzz was drinking. But, of course, they have there. And, of course, Buzz is Mrs. Nesbit. And you realize the other dolls are headless. Headless. And I think, where do we end off at where they played the Buzz Lightyear commercial?
We ended right where they find out that Buzz isn't actually with
He is
we know he's with Woody, but Andy's toys don't know that. They think that Buzz literally is dead and Woody killed him. That's where
I probably did because Woody held in Buzz's arm.
Yep.
And that we didn't get to the part when Sid got the package, right?
No, not yet.
Okay, yes. And of course they did think that they killed him, and Woody was throwing the Christmas lights across there, says, "Hey, come on, Buzz, come on," and Buzz wouldn't do it. And that kind of shows with the only arm, and Ham starts seeing the side of his eye that Woody is thinking Woody's faking it, and he's not. Because they thought Woody killed him.
Yeah.
Which they did not. But even they let go of the Christmas lights, and then they didn't forgive him.
Okay. I'm trying to... Okay, I found my mark. All right. So we see that as Buzz is sitting in the middle of the floor, we see Sid's toys come out. And Woody starts freaking out. They're like, "Oh my God, he's gonna die. They're cannibals, blah, blah, blah." But they actually end up attaching his arm back and fix him.
Whoa. That's a turn of events.
So then I lost where I was. Okay, this is the part where Sid gets his package. And I totally forgot that this was from the movie because I actually used this audio on TikTok. And it says, when Sid says, "It came! It finally came!" The big one. I have actually, I used that on TikTok for a video, and I completely forgot that it was from Toy Story. So that was kind of funny to put the two together after so long. So he attaches the big rocket to Buzz. He originally wanted to put it on Woody, but Buzz was still out, and so he put it on Buzz instead. And then when Sid finds out it's raining and he thumps his head on the window, he looks like a fucking thumb. Like the human embodiment of a thumb. And I couldn't help but laugh at that. And then we see that Andy really misses Woody. And Bo Peep even says, "Oh, Woody, you see how much Andy misses you, blah blah blah." But yeah, that's the end of that. And we can now move on to the final part of the film.
Yeah.
So we see that Buzz is kind of beating himself up and like putting himself down, and Woody tries to reassure him that Andy really does care about him. He's a good toy. And then Woody starts to feel bad because he's not as great as Buzz is, and then realizes why Buzz got more attention than Woody did. So then Buzz feels bad, and so he starts to help Woody. And as he's helping Woody get out of the thing, we see Sid sleeping. Why the fuck does Sid sleep like that? Why? For what reason? Who sleeps like that?
What?
Yeah.
He's got
sleep like this on the side?
No, he had his face into the pillow and his body was like up, so he was like this.
Oh, like this, you mean?
Yeah, but his body was like up.
He was like this.
Oh, like this. I see. Oh god, that's uncomfortable.
Exactly, you see? That's my point. So Sid takes Buzz outside to kill him, obviously. And Woody asks Sid's toys for help. And then obviously before that they see that the moving truck is there and it's finally moving day. And Andy is still obviously sad that his two favorite toys are gone. And he doesn't know where they are. And once Woody convinces Sid's toys to help, he kind of takes the role as leader again. And I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but Ducky definitely had sound bites of Donald Duck. Not like when he was talking, but like when he would make certain noises, you could tell it was like definitely Donald Duck. So they make it to Buzz after like this whole thing of getting the dog outside and whatnot. And so Sid sees Woody and puts him on the grill.
We're gonna have a cookout later.
We're gonna have a cookout later. And then all of a sudden you hear Woody start talking, and then Sid starts to freak out because he's like, I didn't pull the string. And he just keeps talking to Sid, and he's like freaking him out. And I don't know if anybody else notices, but I definitely did. Woody turns his head 360 just like The Exorcist.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, of course I fucking noticed it. Literally having her on my mug. I fucking love that movie so much. Oh, you can't even see Bucky. I'm gonna start doing this from now on. Having little Funkos in my pocket as guests. I'm just gonna start doing it. Oh my god, he's gonna lose his other arm. Fuck. Okay, there we go. But Sid starts to freak out, and he runs back in the house, and he sees AJ, wake up.
Oh.
I see you.
My eyes were open. Don't trust me.
They were not open. I saw them closed.
Whoa, now.
So then he's in the house and he sees his sister with a toy and he starts freaking out, and she takes this opportunity to bully his brother right back as he bullied her.
Yay!
And I found that fucking hilarious. So I'm going to open the floor before I continue on. So we are not at where Woody and Buzz get out. I want to make that clear. AJ, you go first.
Oh yeah, man. This was the part when pretty much like Oh God. Oh wait, this was the part like when. Oh my God, I keep forgetting. I don't know why.
I literally
damn
have
it.
been talking about what the scene is for the past, like, what, 5 minutes now?
Oh my God. Anyways, shit. I can't fucking speak. I feel like this scene was actually cool and all, like, because like Sid's sister got revenge, like because of how he treated her. Am I right?
Yeah. And when he
Yeah,
would
man.
take her toys and rip the
And,
heads
and
off
I'm
of them.
glad like Sid's toys like sided with Andy's toys, obviously, like Woody and Buzz, like because I'm assuming they didn't like to be with Sid because
Oh.
he was a drunk old he was a drunk 11-year-old who cannot take care of himself. Okay.
Did you just call the 11-year-old drunk?
Whoa.
Yes,
Yeah,
he did.
that's what someone said before.
No, Buzz was drunk.
Oh, Buzz was drunk. Shit,
Not
my
the
bad.
11-year-old.
Stop forgetting shit, you fucking
God,
American.
AJ.
God damn it, AJ.
Anyways, but this scene was cool though. Great scene.
We will go Jason.
Oh,
If
we
you
are
have
on
any
the.
thoughts.
Oh wait, this isn't the final part.
This
No.
is the final part, but this is like right before where we see like them reunite.
Oh,
So this is when Sid freaks out. Like he goes back in the house and he sees his sister with a toy and he starts screaming and she chases him. That's where I stopped basically.
quite an entertaining scene I see there.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, I'm still waiting for that one part. I'm looking forward to talking about.
Okay. Wyatt, you go next.
I get to go next.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I'm not gonna be like AJ going.
What?
Sounded like a motorcycle.
Why did this end this way? Yeah. And instead of that, Sid's gonna be like, it came. It finally came.
That's AJ when a new wrestling
The
figure.
big one.
The big one.
That's what she said.
That
I'm
would
gonna
be
see if I
AJ.
can
He
find
gets
that
a new
TikTok, by the
figure
way.
from Ringside in the mail. Yeah. And then Sid says, the big one. Hey, where's the wimpy
That's what she
cowboy doll?
Okay, you
And
guys
then he
ready?
finds
I found the
Bud.
audio.
Oh no.
I'm gonna play it.
What?
Oh. It finally came. It came.
That is the audio.
It's so.
Yes.
That's what she
And
said.
then, here it
What?
comes.
Hey,
and
what?
the rain hits.
AJ, hold up. Wyatt, hold on. I hate to interrupt you. AJ, what the fuck did you just say?
No.
I heard that's what she said. What did you say that's what she said for?
I don't know. I just wanted to do a joke.
Okay,
AJ,
for that, just for that. Okay, Wyatt, continue, please.
Continue. All right. So, we haven't talked about the final part, right?
No, we're not there yet.
Okay.
Okay, I'm kind of waiting for that part.
We haven't made
Yeah.
it to the next morning, right?
The day of moving? Yeah, we're on that. We just haven't gotten to Andy's part of the final film. Or final part of the
Have
film.
we got to the moving truck?
No, we haven't gotten there yet. We're like right there.
How about when, yeah, is it right before Woody and Buzz leave Sid's house?
Yeah, that's where I left off.
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
Okay, so that leads off to the next morning. Here they come. Sid takes Buzz outside. They're gonna shoot him off. Roger, there you go, Roger speaking. We're gonna get ready for takeoff in a matter of time. And then Woody has a game plan, and here they come going downstairs. They have the game plan. They go down. They go. His legs goes with Ducky through the house, and Woody and the rest of them go work together outside. But thankfully, those weird, rare toys I wish I could have actually worked with Woody. Surprisingly.
I really
But-
wish they would make a Funko of the baby head with the spider legs.
Please
That
do.
would be fucking cool as shit.
Mm-hmm.
They
Totally.
should have the actual thing of him. How
Mhm.
much would that thing cost?
If they made it
Trillions.
as a Funko or like an actual toy.
Actual toy.
Trillions.
Trillions.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, they would definitely make a lot of money off of it.
Maybe like a good 20 to
Maybe
30
like
at least.
maybe like million, something around that. But they would make
Oh,
a lot
hell
of
no.
money.
Yeah. And as of that, they go outside as Woody says, reach for the sky. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. Somebody's poisoned the water hole. You busty. Who you calling busty, Buster? I'm talking to you, Sid Phillips. You know we all moan up Sid. Good times or a time. That's right. That's right. Your toys. And then literally a truck and a couple other weird toys come from the sandbox out, and all the toys surround them as as you hear a frog going up the water, and even before that you have all the toys surrounding him, even the alien, the thing he got from Pizza Planet,
Mhm.
ended up in there. And then the baby gets the baby spider gets on top of Sid's head, and the Jack in the Box gets surrounds Sid, and Sid just screams for his dear life. That's right, you own up, Sid, cause we toys can see everything. So play nice.
That's like another thing that's just like that scene alone is also just like how Toy Story could also be a horror movie.
And literally, but I remember the one part as Scud chases him outside, and then he was like, it's Scud, stupid dog.
Oh wait, they just ripped off the Courage the Cowardly Dog. Well, stupid dog.
Stupid dog.
I think that's just a universal quote for
Stupid
everything.
dog.
Everyone says stupid dog. I don't know if it's from that. I don't
Stupid
even know
dog.
when that show came out.
That
If
was
someone wants to Google that, because that doesn't seem
that was
right.
like 1999, I think.
Then they wouldn't have gotten it from that because the first Toy Story came out in '95. The second one came out in '99.
Yeah, I can see your point.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't have made sense, but I see why you
My
thought that.
bad.
All right, so now moving on. Here we go. So Woody and Buzz try to make it to the moving truck, and just watching Woody run. If a wet noodle could run, it would run just like Woody.
Yeah.
Like 100% run just like him. I lost where I was, son of a bitch. So the toys think that he murdered Buzz still. And so they fucking throw him off the truck.
Whoa.
And then they see him with Buzz as they try to catch up with the toy car. And they feel bad for throwing him off. Naturally. And they finally make it to a good place because they tried to make it back to the truck but failed because the car was dying because the batteries were dying. And then Woody sees his hands start to melt a little bit or heat up because of the sun and the reflection of, I think maybe the car, I don't know, but his hands started to heat up. And so he moved Buzz's head in the clear plastic, and he took the end of the rocket and lit it because the match did not work. And so they end up going up in the air, and they fly, and then Buzz presses the button, and it takes the rocket off so they don't implode. And we see that they don't go for the truck. They go to the car. And I just have to ask, why is the baby still in the front seat?
Yeah, who puts
Why?
that?
What was that for, you jerks?
What? What just happened? AJ, what are you talking about?
I don't know, man.
You're American.
Why would you
You're
put
in
a
your
baby
bed.
in the front
Oh,
seat?
I was like, did someone do something? I'm so confused. But yeah, fucking, why is she in the front seat? So they try to, again, use the match. It doesn't work. They make it to Andy, and he's like, they were in the car the whole time. And his mom was just like, see, I told you they'd be there. And then we see it. It's now Christmas time in the new house, and they end up doing the same thing as the beginning of the film, where they try to see if they got a new toy within the group. And Mr. Potato Head finally gets a woman. After all this time for wishing, he finally gets a woman.
Who does?
Mr. Potato Head.
Yes, he does for Christmas.
And we also learn that Andy got a puppy, and that is where we left off. So that is the end of the film. I will leave the floor open. We will start with Josh.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna transpire back to where Woody was running like a weird fucking noodle.
A wet noodle was what I said.
I mean, the way he runs so funny.
He was like,
Yeah.
literally like a wet fucking noodle.
And then, if we all didn't know, Buzz Lightyear uses the power of wings, fly to the car, and then, Andy doesn't know that his toys have came to life and went on this crazy adventure. And he finally sees them in the car, and he's like, no, they were in the car the whole time. And then his mom obviously was like, the classic mother line, see, I told you they were. But, and then, they were in the house. Mr. Potato Head finally gets a women.
And as Evan would say, wouldn't it be crazy if women were real?
Yeah.
Right.
Shout out to you, Evan.
And then they finally get the Buster the puppy.
Wyatt.
And then they're all a happy family, and then Woody and Buzz, are friends, and this was the start of their friendship, and then this led to plenty more iconic Toy Story movie films.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was a great way to end off the movie film.
We'll go AJ, you go next.
Yeah, man. This was a great way to end off the movie, man. Like Buzz and Woody becoming friends, and Woody no longer being jealous of Buzz. That's freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good, man. Good ending to this movie.
Yep. Jason.
So now we are on the chase scene where the dog was going after Woody and Buzz. I thought that was pretty intense.
Yeah.
And that really got me hooked onto the movie even more.
Yep.
That had to be my favorite part, because I love how the toys were in the box. Woody came in to free them, and then Buzz was on that car trying to get away from the dog.
Yeah.
And they were literally running onto the streets, and the dog got trapped. Oh,
Julian!
Hi,
Julian!
Oh, hey, Julian.
Right at the end.
Oh, Julian is here.
Hey, guys.
At the end.
Hi, Julian.
Hello.
But yeah. Julian, you can go after Wyatt if you want to say anything.
I just came on just to say hello. And sorry I couldn't be there. Today sucked, but later.
Bye, Julian.
Bye, Julian.
Okay.
Bye, Julian.
What
Alright.
a great surprise appearance from Julian. Oh my god!
So,
Alright.
anyways, so we're on the chase scene, and then the dog got surrounded by cars, and Buzz was able to get away.
Yep.
And then the car ran out of batteries, and then and then Woody lit a rocket on Buzz, and then they went exploding into the air and into the car
Yeah.
with the kid.
Yep.
Yay.
Overall,
Alright.
I think that was a close. That was a good way to close out the movie.
And Wyatt, you go.
All right. Wow, I'm gonna tell you, this is some kind of deal here. You know, Woody and Buzz. I forget. Woody jump in. Buzz immediately run. You could see Woody running. Woody and Buzz run into the moving truck, and Scud's got his eyes. This is how Woody was running.
Yeah, he was literally running like a wet noodle.
Guys, AJ, can you run like this, like Woody?
No.
Like if
I don't
you
even run like
literally
that.
took a wet spaghetti noodle, if you literally took a wet spaghetti noodle and just did this, it would run the same way. Like they ran the same way.
Yep, Woody was running like,
Pretty much.
yeah. And there goes Scud with a slight eyes as they're going after. Scud catches Buzz, goes, and then Woody gets up. Woody gets the truck, back truck door opened, and then all the toys are like, Woody, wait, what's he doing? Gets the RC, he kicks him off there because he wasn't doing what you thought he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord.
He was gonna pull what they thought he did to Buzz, which he didn't. But Woody was like, dude, I'm catching Buzz so he can meet up with us, and then they all didn't believe him.
Yep.
And then RC comes over, and then RC ends up coming over, and the batteries, and then they run up, and then Bo People's like, it is Buzz. Woody was telling the truth. Oh my God, I feel guilty.
I feel
And
guilt.
then grabs on the slinky, and then here they go. The batteries are running out, and really Molly in the front seat watching this controversial experience, holding on. And then literally, they all get, and then Slinky couldn't hold on for much longer, so that way, and then they had no choice except the fact that Woody, the match was Woody had the match, and a car ran over top of it, and then thankfully Woody's plastic head was able to save the day. And here they go, they blast the big one, and then they throw RC in the truck, and then but Woody's like, Buzz, you're flying! This isn't flying, this is falling with style. Buzz, you missed the truck. We're not aiming for the truck. Woody, Buzz, hey, where were they? Here in the car. See, I knew exactly right where you left them. And then, of course, I love the part where Scud ends up getting surrounded, barricaded by cars in the middle of the freaking stoplights.
Yep.
I'm surprised he didn't get killed.
Well, it's a Pixar movie. I don't think they'd do that.
Yeah. I mean, do you think Scud was able to go back to his home?
Probably. I feel like he did eventually.
Yeah. But thankfully, I just wonder, do you think that movie took place more in the summer or around Christmas? Because they literally went all the way directly to Christmas.
I think as far as like the main part of the film, it was definitely the summer, because remember when they said that Sid got kicked out of summer camp? So
Yeah,
it's
it was
definitely in the
summer.
summer. Yeah.
How would they transform it all the way to Christmas morning?
Probably to build up for the next one, so that they just wouldn't add random ass characters. Like obviously they wanted to add a Mrs. Potato Head. So instead of just like randomly putting it in the second movie, they wanted to have like details. AJ, what did you do?
I don't know.
AJ, why you look like Scotty Too Hottie?
Yeah.
No, I look like Wayne Static of Static X.
Why do you look
AJ,
like
you look like me when my hair was like blonde and super dead. Oh, Fuck.
Okay, he left.
Right.
Now back to what I was saying. Yes, and I think you have Christmas morning there, and here we go. They call through the little talk phone thing, as they say, Molly opens up Mrs. Potato Head. Way to go, Idaho. Man, I need a shave.
Now I look like Dr. Doofus
And that
merch.
kind of built it, and then Bo Peep and Woody's like, is that a mistletoe? And she's like, yep. And Bo Peep, no matter Woody did what he did in Toy Story 4. And that will build up to the next movie, and then Andy's like, wow, a puppy! And yeah.
All right.
Though, I think the way Woody and Buzz had that on their looks of their face kind of showed it, because the way they had their experience with Scud.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that kind of could tell with their expression. But thankfully Buster was not that way. But as of that, that shows, as of Andy's room, he has love for both Woody and Buzz as of their pillows.
Yep.
Still had a Buzz comforter, but still had his love for his both toys.
Yep.
Exactly. And that's how it's supposed to be.
All right. And now we will give a thumbs up or thumbs down if we recommend it. And then
what about ratings?
That's after. We will individually do that. So, 1, 2, 3. All right.
Recommend it.
Let's start with Jason. What did you think?
You know what? I enjoyed the entire movie from start to finish. 10 out of 10, without a doubt.
Sweet.
I
AJ.
highly recommend the movie.
AJ, you go next.
I would give this movie and also a 10 out of 10. I recommend it. And like, if you have Disney Plus, go ahead and watch this movie because it's a classic.
Wyatt.
10 out of 10, always one of my favorite all-time movies.
Josh.
You know, this film, such a classic. Always, you know, something I enjoy to watch. I give it a 10 out of 10. It's a classic. It's the start of the Toy Story franchise, and those movies are always hold a special place in my heart because I grew up with them, and I always enjoy watching them. And they mean a lot for my childhood, too. So, yeah, 10 out of 10. I recommend it.
I would just like to announce that we have our next Hall of Fame movie because I will also be giving this a 10 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie a lot. Even now as an adult, like noticing more of the horror movie references and the Star Wars references it's something that I really, really enjoyed. It's like kind of everything coming full circle to the things that I love. Literally even just with Bucky and his fucking arm being gone. You know, that's another thing too that ties into it. Obviously this movie came out before that and I know that. But it ties into it. So I really, really enjoyed that. I also really enjoyed the score, the music, the soundtrack of the film as well. And again, like I said, like this movie could be turned into a horror movie and do just as well. Like it just could do it.
There was actually Toy Story of Terror.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up. But yeah, I definitely give this movie a 10 out of 10. Recommend it for everyone. Yeah. Now we will do outros. AJ, you go first.
Alright, y'all. Thank you guys for watching another episode of the classiest movies of all podcasting.
The most classic podcast in all of movies.
Yeah, the most classic podcast of all fucking movies. The Cinematic fucking Analysis.
Oh, there it is.
Where we review Toy Story. And I really enjoyed this movie. Again, I recommend it. So, yeah. Your boy is out.
Okay.
And keep watching, baby.
And find a bed.
I'm already laying in
Go
one.
to bed.
Alright, bet.
All right.
Okay.
We will do Josh. You go next.
All right, thank you guys for watching the most classic movie podcast in all of the universe, I can say.
Ooh.
The Cinematic Analysis Podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed our review of the very first Toy Story movie. movie film. Shout out to Evan.
Mhm.
We have a lot of shout outs to Evan in this episode.
Yes.
Shout out to
A lot of
Evan.
Evan references. Anyways, comment down below if you guys saw this movie and tell us your thoughts on it. Barely now YouTube. Barely people comment because YouTube's fucking policies are freaking annoying. So
And they're sensitive.
And they're sensitive bitches. So don't come at me saying, they're monetized us. No. I'm stating facts, Susan Wojcicki. Fuck you.
Whoa now.
God.
And yeah, stay tuned for the next, episode. And stay tuned for the other Toy Story movie films that we're going to review. And remember, keep living life like a movie star. Don't get caught in a lot of paparazzi because, people are fucking annoying and they will run you over with a car.
What does this have to do with anything, John? This is like the Yippee-Ki-Yay all over again.
No,
Whoa.
I was copying AJ on how tired he is.
Okay. Anyways, Wyatt, you
For
go
watching,
next.
guys. We'll see you next time.
Yes, thank you for another episode here in the most classic podcast in all of movies, cinematic analysis. Definitely had a good time on this episode, even though it was a long ass episode. We were able to review it. You've got a friend in me, and make sure to follow everyone on all of their social medias and stay tuned for future episodes and check out any recent episodes. So also remember, guys, I am a real American.
AJ.
Oh, here we go.
I'm gonna dance that song in a loudspeaker.
Oh my god. Okay, Jason, you go next.
Okay, I'm
Thank you guys for
done.
watching another episode of the cinematic analysis where we reviewed Toy Story 1.
Wyatt's still singing.
Alright,
At
and
least
Wyatt,
wait for the
stop.
episode to be done to play it.
so thank you guys for watching and check out all of our podcasts and we'll see you next time. Subscribe, that's it.
And now I will go. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. It was a fun one to do. I had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. Be sure to check out the Moshcast. We have a lot of good stuff coming up. We have an interview with our good friend Kevin next Thursday.
Kevin.
Well, actually,
Hi,
it's this
Kevin.
Thursday. So yeah, go check out Kevin's stuff at the Chord Progression Podcast.
That's right.
Also go follow these guys on their socials. Be sure to follow me at Bill Mertooth on Instagram and TikTok and Twitch. I am actually doing more stuff on TikTok, more music related content. I will also be starting a top 10 series on TikTok really soon. So I'm very excited about that. Also be sure to check out Julian, a Heavy Metal Joker _music, and Heavy Metal Joker on TikTok and Instagram. Because he did pop in for a minute. Figured to shout him out. But yeah.
Mhm.
Our next movie, drum roll please,
That's right.
is Toy Story 2.
Yes.
It was an automatic.
Big one.
If we were to do this movie, because the way that we pick these movies is everyone gets a vote. So everyone pretty much voted for this movie, and we knew automatically that we wanted to do the second one. So that's pretty much the plan. And then the next episode, I will reveal the next movie because that one is also picked out. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and welcome to the shit show that is this podcast. We're fucking
You're
out
in.
of here.
You're in for a treat, motherfuckers.
Alright, keep
We're
watching.
out of here.
I'm
Praise
Jason.
that
That's
bitch.
Maddie, that's AD, that's Josh, and that's Wyatt, and we're out of here.
Praise
We'll
that.
see you for Toy Story 2.
Out.